have you ran into many wives that are stick up for him still, even after the fact, knowing it?
Oh,
Oh,
oh, absolutely, man. I mean, we've had so many times where a wife hears the conversation going on, hears, the father of her kids talking about how he's into little kids, and rather than just say, "Holy shit, what did I just marry?" or "Who am I with?"
right.
he just decides to defend them and say, and they come out. I mean, their wives are the best lawyers they have. I mean, they come out and say, "Shut up, stop talking," and the husbands are usually like, "Go inside, it's okay," but I mean. See, the wives pick up on my bullshit more than the guys do, like
Right.
so many times.
Oh,
But
wow.
but yeah, so we got a cease and desist letter yesterday,
Okay.
um, from this husband and wife, and the husband was the pedo, and the wife, I believe, knew he was into it, and he would luckily, I mean, it's a letter for defamation, and I was thinking, oh god, this guy not admit to anything, so I had to go back and watch the video. It's the constable in Rhode Island, Alfred Izzo. If you just want to find that video on Rumble, it's Predator Poachers, North Providence, Rhode Island, or just Predator Poachers Constable. Just find it, spread his video around. But I go back and watch the video, and I'm like, oh, he admitted to receiving child porn, talked about watching a video of an infant like as far as 20 years ago, so he's been into it for a while, and but yeah, no, his wife heard the conversation and just told him to shut up and get inside.
And now she's sticking with him and
Of course.
defending him.
So that's
Oh,
yeah, we
absolutely.
Welcome, fellow Lushes. Come on in, pull up a bar stool, and enjoy some cocktails with Dimples and the Beard.
Nothing.
welcome back to it. Welcome back to another episode. Welcome back to another. Welcome back. Welcome on. No. Stop rubbing your face. Welcome back to another episode, another serious episode of Cocktails with Dimples and the Beard. Tonight we got the OG, the gangsta, the founder. Well, I don't know. There was probably people before him, but
I'm saying,
Gordon
we'll
Flowers,
give him the credit.
Alex
That's
Rosen,
for sure.
the OG, the Predator Poacher himself, will be on
Shortly. Until then, we can't thank him enough for what he's doing, ridding the streets of
pedophiles.
disgusting pedos.
Pedos. Is it pedos or pedos?
It's pedos.
So if we say pedos, we might be able to get away with it.
Oh, good up. There you go. Ridding from
Ooh.
pedos.
Pedos.
Because pedos are, well, I was gonna make a joke.
Not
They're
cool.
disgusting. They're just disgusting. So
Not cool at all, man.
they're not. So we can't thank him enough. Can't thank him not just for coming on, but for what he does. So that's the best point.
And hopefully by the end of this, we have convinced him that we want to be part of the team. And when he comes to Wisconsin, we get to ride along.
Fuck yeah.
And we get to
Help out. We just,
I just wanna be that
until
guy.
then we want to help out. Yeah.
I mean, not like Alex needs security, but I just want to be that guy in the background that's just like,
Yeah. You do that. They'll be like, hey, I know that dude. Alex will say that.
cut! Jesus!
I know that.
No pedos know me. Dude.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You've ruined yet another intro. It's unbelievable.
Welcome back to another episode.
Yeah, you do it. Let's switch roles.
Cocktails with Dimples and the Beard, serious edition. Oh, wait, you want the cord? Do you want to open the tavern?
No, it's already open. Fuck it. Leave it open.
We're open.
We are open for business. That can stay in.
We're open for serious business today, and we'll chuckling good, but we'll get into it with Alex, which is going to be great. Not that we want to, you know what I mean? We've talked about it before. Not that we it's sad that we have to talk about these subjects. We have to have people like Alex and Courtney around to do it, but we need them. That's the world we live in, and we can't thank them enough.
There we go.
And with that,
Sorry, I'm just giddy. I don't know what to say anymore because I'm excited about the opportunity to talk to Alex.
you get giddy when you're excited. Yes, you do. You know, that's kudos to him. So
And we got a few options to choose from.
should not of all people, leave this handsome man waiting.
No, he's got business to plan for. So without further ado, the man himself, Alex Rosen, Gordon Flowers.
How's it going? Y'all hear me?
You betcha. How are
Hey
you?
there, Alex.
Good. I'm so sorry about the delay, man. It totally just slipped my mind, and I'm so sorry about that.
Dude, you have
Not
far
a
more
problem.
important things to do than this. So we are good. It's all good. We're just so thrilled that you are willing to come and spend a little bit of time with us and talk about the good deeds you are doing for this world.
Well, thank y'all for having me. What are y'all's names?
I'm Dean.
And I'm Kevin.
Nice to meet y'all.
Yeah, sorry to meet you like this.
Well, I mean, most people that meet me over the internet are like in big trouble, but y'all aren't. So
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
you're right.
you're lucky.
we might be in big trouble with YouTube by the time we're done, but that's fine.
Probably.
Well, hopefully you can help us because we're no holds bar. We're gonna talk about what needs to be talked about is what we're all about. So
Yeah, and thanks to you and Courtney, who we just talked to Courtney Elizabeth a few nights ago. Thanks to you two, we have now found the world of Rumble, so we put ourselves on Rumble too. So
Oh yeah, I know. Definitely do that because I mean, right now the ad revenue on Rumble sucks and the reach isn't too much. But I mean, we've been plugging Rumble for the past 2 years, and we're at like 86,000 subs now. And I mean, dude, it's such a good insurance policy to have.
yeah, you know that. Have you had just like accounts just completely blown off of YouTube?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like 7 times.
Oh my god.
oh
It's
Just
insane.
yeah,
We-
just don't mention that in like any podcast though. Like we don't want YouTube to make note of that.
Yeah, right. So thank you for joining us, Alex Rosen. We really appreciate it. And I just happened to go down a rabbit hole one day and started to find videos of what you and Courtney, and actually I think it was the first one I watched was I think his name is Dustin 561 PC.
Okay, yeah.
I watched one of his videos and that kind of rolled into, and then I found yours, and we before you came on, call it, titled you the OG of this. You seem to be kind of the original. I'm sure there was people before you, but kind of the big face of the whole thing. So
Right.
yeah. So how did you get started with this? I mean,
Well, I'm 24 now. I started this when I was 19, and I know I look older than 24, but I like to say dick pics age you, staring at the past 5 years. But yeah, when I was 19, I was playing college football my first year at Texas Southern, and we had 3 weeks off going into summer, and I just completely shat my schedule to the curb, and I just started staying up super late watching these types of videos, like the Chris Hansen, and I've seen Chris Hansen like in high school and stuff, and you
Okay.
know, I was like,
right.
thought it was always entertaining, but seeing regular people do it, like Justin Payne and these Canadian creep catchers, like, wait, people can just do this. So I've always wanted to be a cop, and you can't be a cop in Houston, Texas, where I'm from, till you can't graduate the academy till you're 21. At least that was a standard in 2019. So I was like, all right, how easy is this? Because there was no sexual abuse in my family, luckily. So I just set up a fake account on Grinder, and within 30 minutes, somebody wanted to meet who they thought was a 15-year-old boy for sex. And then from there, we just started doing this all the time because it's just so easy it's not easy to do this, it's just easy to find them.
yeah.
And obviously we started traveling the country, and our motto now is we travel the most and catch the sickest. So now we have arrests in 46 states
Wow.
and convictions in 40.
That's
insane.
amazing.
awesome.
Hats off to you, sir.
I mean, it's
amazing.
Like we were saying to Courtney, I mean, it's sad. It's sad that those are the stats, but we all know these people are out there, and
Yeah.
it's good to know that there's somebody out there doing something about it. And like we were talking about, I mean, you kind of are the only people in the world who are kind of you hope that you do your job so well that you no longer have a job, right? Like,
Absolutely, because it's like a mechanic with car accidents. I mean, you think you would want nobody to be in a car accident, but in the end, that's how you make your money, because the world's imperfect, and there needs to be people that fix those imperfections. But I think with my work ethic, I can be successful no matter what I do. So if I could snap a finger to end pedophilia, I would, and just go find something else to do, because that'd be ideal.
yeah,
That would.
yeah.
Yes. So what became the passion for you to say this is going to be my career? I mean, yep, it's easy. You went down a rabbit hole, but you had to make that switch of I'm all in.
Well, I've always wanted to catch the bad guys in some type of way since I was a little kid. Always wanted to be a cop, but this specifically kind of just seeing how, I mean, now it's pretty talked about, I'd say, and now it's kind of mainstream, the whole Save the Kids thing. But back in 2019, it wasn't. And just seeing how many pedos were out there just so willing to meet. And we caught so many with getting our Grinder accounts and our dating app accounts banned like almost every day. And if we never got banned, I mean, we get so many more. So just kind of seeing how many there are, that put the passion for me, because I can't just stop doing this knowing how many there are. But what really just put into overdrive is, we started getting, I would say, quote unquote real sickos, like not the ones just on dating apps looking for a quick hookup. I mean, we're getting people into infants, toddlers, all of this stuff. And when I was 50, when I was a 19, I was thinking like, oh my God, this is crazy. This guy's going after a 13-year-old. That's crazy. But now it's like, oh, he's only going after a 13-year-old. Now they're into like babies and toddlers. And I'm like, dude, this is so common. And you would never know if it wasn't for this.
God, that's frightening. How do you and we were talking a little bit, like when you first started this thing, I feel like the first couple of videos you were a little more aggressive and probably won't I'm guessing it was hard to hold yourself back from beating on people, and now you're a true professional. You're like a fucking FBI negotiator at this point, the way you talk to these people. How do you keep yourself calm?
Well, I mean, I've always had a thick skin, so I mean, I don't really let words offend me, no matter what the words are. So I look at it the same way with what these pedos say. I mean, it's like I want them to say the sickest things because that makes my job easier and it makes putting them in jail easier. So, um, deferred gratification. Of course, when I hear a pedo say, I've touched my 5-year-old daughter, I want to do the worst things possible to him. But realistically, is doing what you think is the worst thing possible to him the worst thing that could happen to him? No, it's not. Beating him up for a few minutes and letting him go after is not the worst thing. In fact, I'd rather get beat up if I got a speeding ticket than pay a $200 fine. So if I can put that away for just 2 or 3 hours and just let them bury themselves for the next 40 years of their life in some cases, then why not?
Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
kudos. But he kind of alluded to it, but listening to you talk to these people, how you get information out of them. I'm assuming one of the tactics is keep them talking, right? But boy, you get them to feel comfortable to just expose themselves. How did you get that skill? And
Well, I mean, I think I've always just been a convincing person. But what really I think got it is, I'm willing to learn from people. Like every time I have a chance to talk to a detective about something other than the case, I always like try to pick their brain and ask them like, hey, what about this? What about that? So some of the phrases you hear me say are sure made up by me, but also a lot are made up by detectives. Like, I don't think you need trouble. I just think you need help. That was from a detective in Odessa, Texas in 2021 that taught me that. And I just always got to understand, no matter how good I become at this, I'm never going to be great. And there's a long way to go to perfection. And, I always want to learn from people better than me. And you also got to humble yourself too. Like, I used to sometimes call the conversations escalate. Like I would ask them, hey, did the conversations get escalated? But, this guy that's a subscriber to the channel is like, Alex, you shouldn't say escalated. You should say risque. And this guy has never caught a predator in his life, probably never interrogated anybody. And a lot of content creators would look at this guy and be like, "Oh, who are you to tell me that? How many pedos have you caught?" But I looked at that and was like, "Wow, that's really good advice. No matter who's saying it, you got to swallow your pride and understand everybody has a good idea, and you just got to listen to it." So it's kind of willing to learn.
That's
okay,
awesome.
yeah, I was wondering if you took any classes for
Oh
you know,
no classes
with
just
interrogation and things like that. No, okay,
no.
It's a natural gift, man. You do brilliant at it.
We try to.
Yeah, I mean it sometimes, I mean, I assume, the videos that you take, I'm assuming you have videos that probably you don't put up because the guy never says a damn word and it's just there's nothing really to it.
There's
So
a handful, yeah.
or guys that run, which is always hilarious to me.
Well, that's my number one thing. Why don't they just run? Why don't they just leave? You're not gonna.
Well, it's convincing them to talk. I mean, basically, they just think if I can convince them good enough or well enough that talking to me is your rope out of this. Like I throw them the line
Yes.
sometimes. Look, I am your rope to separate yourself from all these other people, and they take the bait most of the time, luckily. But the ones that run, especially if there's no chat logs to what they have, I mean, it's easy for them to get off scot-free. There's been a few cases where we just go to them just knowing that they only have CP. There's no decoy on them. And there's been not too many, but there's been a very few that have not said anything. And there's nothing that can be done.
Sure.
Okay.
So you do run into some that actually have, it seems, again, we talk about it a little bit, like there are obviously intelligent people who are sick and disgusting like this, but it seems like a lot of the people you talk to are kind of the lower IQ people in the world. They don't seem all that bright.
Yeah. It's definitely a mixed bag, but it's more of that bag is definitely lower IQ for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I can't get over the ones that I saw one, the guy was just telling about, well, I just got caught for this, and then I got caught for this, and then, and now I'm doing it again. And it's, yep, you're not bright. So they feel like they're getting help from you, and then it's going to end.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, there's just a few that just are like, I know I'm caught, I'm going to say it, and there's a few that it takes hours to. I mean, I don't know why they would just confess so easily. Honestly, I still can't figure that one out.
Well, do you think some of them too? Like I've noticed, like I feel like some of these people they're isolated, they're alone, and not to give them excuses, but this is how they get started in pedophilia to begin with. And then you come and you're just somebody to talk to, and they're like, I'm just going to talk to them, and because they're lonely and they're like, fuck it, I don't.
Well, I think what it is, well, I guess what it could be is they have this dark secret that they're into little kids, and the person coming at them, they think it's going to be some dad or somebody with a baseball bat or the cops, but it's somebody that comes off as non-judgmental. So they're like, oh, what a relief. I'm just going to talk to this guy about it, and maybe he'll understand. And, a good tactic on these pedos is victim blaming. You always got to blame the victim. And a lot of them are so full of themselves and narcissistic that they truly believe it's her fault for, coming on to them.
Yeah.
Like I've heard a sex offender tell us, Gene Clywer in Tacoma, Washington, he told us that it was a 2-year-old's fault for touching his penis. And, so.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they really come up with some crazy stuff.
I hope.
I love that you mentioned his name, and we need to get these pedos names out there. So
I hope he's in prison.
I mean, he got a really, 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 really long sentence for Washington, like 2 years. So,
Jesus Christ. Yeah, sadly, we live in Wisconsin, and Courtney, obviously, from being here, we talked to her, and it doesn't seem like Wisconsin is all that good with it either, or at least areas of Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean, we have we got a guy, Justin Swift, in Milwaukee. He got 17 years, but that's because he had child porn. He admitted to touching his 3-year-old cousin, and then he also got another felony for using his phone, two-way communication device, and commission of a felony, something like that. But when it's like child porn and actual molestation, they take it a lot more seriously than, meeting the fake decoy. Like, I don't even think they ended up convicting him for the fake decoy stuff. They just got him for the CP and what he told us about his cousin. But we also have a conviction in Ozaukee County. I think he got 3 to 8 years or something like that. And then we got a guy in Wisconsin Rapids who got 3 to 6 for child porn. So
okay, all right.
So I've seen you convince them to give you their phone, and I'll hook it up here and delete everything for you because I'm helping you. And I'm confused. Does it something on that drains their information, or do you just keep the phone?
So the magical device we have in the car is a charger port that these idiots think is like some magical deleting thing. Cause I tell them, hey man, make sure you put it in airplane mode because it only deletes that way. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess they just get convinced somehow. I have no idea how they can't just tell it's a charger, but I mean, they're fucking retards.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So you end up keeping it, or you get to be able to turn it into the police before they can delete it. That's okay.
Yeah. Like when we, have people, when we do like the catches, we usually live stream them, so we have people screen recording for admissions to show the cops, because most of our videos, I mean, we have like the longest videos of any catcher, we have like 2-hour long videos, so the people that watch, they know to screen record.
We've had animal guests before, so
No problem.
That's a point. No problem.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so they know to screen record when admissions are said. So, I say before the stream, hey, get the child porn, get them meeting the decoy, so we can show that to the cops rather than going through 2 hours. So when you show them, hey, we got this, we got a screen recording of him saying this, here's his phone right there, go take it, and it works out pretty well.
Yeah.
Perfect.
How dangerous is any? I did see one where the dad came out with a shotgun out of the house. Is that kind of the scariest one you've had, or?
No, the scariest one is definitely in Medford, Oregon. A guy named Edward Barrett, and we just call him N-word, not Edward, because he pulled a gun on us. And so his thing was he came. So the meeting, he knew we were coming to go talk to him because I couldn't get a hold of him. Or he stopped texting the decoy because we wouldn't send him nudes or video call or whatever. So, I call his phone. I'm like, hey, Edward, we got to talk about this. And he's like, well, I got hacked, but okay, I'll come talk about it. Then he shows up to the meeting with a gun. And he's like, just so you know, I'm carrying. And I'm like, all right. So I keep going at him anyway. And then we get stream sniped by a subscriber. He finds where we are in his city, and he rolls up and calls Edward a sicko. And Edward just does, he's like, oh, and then he pulls a gun out and points at the subscriber. My voice cracks. I'm like, no. And then he just thinks better of it and puts the gun away and walks off. But that shit was intense, man.
Wow. Yes.
Holy shit! Is that video on your locals?
That was on Rumble
Okay.
only.
Okay.
Yeah,
Draw
Predator
weapon.
Poachers Medford, MEDFORD on Rumble.
I will be looking for that one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess it's, sick people that we want to watch, but we want to watch you catch them. So it's, it's one of those things like, we watch again, watch another one, but it's just gratifying at the end. So that gratification for you at the end makes up for, and we talked about this, those hours of talking with them and texting with them. But what is that feeling of gratification at the end when they get arrested?
Well, I mean, it's a huge team effort. It's knowing that probably like over 5 people came together to make something happen, from the decoy to me to the cops to the camera guys to everybody, just making it all happen for each other. And it's really good to know that a difference is being made, especially when they're around children, like if they're doing stuff with their own daughter, knowing that's never going to happen again. So that is a good feeling, especially for the daughter.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta say I have a young daughter who's coming into the age where I have to start worrying about these things and tracking her internet usage and all that good stuff. And I think that's another reason that I got so enthralled with it all, is because just knowing that there's good guys out there trying to help out is it's reassuring. So
right.
Yeah.
We definitely try to.
Yeah. So how many times, and I've seen one where the wife was beating the husband, which is kind of funny, which deservedly so. But again, I don't know. But have you ran into many wives that are stick up for him still, even after the fact, knowing it?
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, we've had so many times where a wife hears the conversation going on, hears, the father of her kids talking about how he's into little kids, and rather than just say, holy shit, what did I just marry, or who am I with?
Right.
He just decides to defend them and they come out. I mean, their wives are the best lawyers they have. I mean, they come out and say, shut up, stop talking. And, the husbands are usually like, go inside, it's okay. But, I mean, see, the wives pick up on my bullshit more than the guys do, like so many times. But,
wow.
But yeah, so we got a cease and desist letter yesterday. From this husband and wife, and the husband was the pedo, and the wife, I believe, knew he was into it. And luckily, I mean, it's a letter for defamation, and I was thinking, oh god, this guy not admit to anything, so I had to go back and watch the video. It's the constable in Rhode Island, Alfred Izzo. If you just want to find that video on Rumble, it's Predator Poachers, North Providence, Rhode Island, or just Predator Poachers Constable. Just find it, spread his video around. But I go back and watch the video, and I'm like, oh, he admitted to receiving child porn, talked about watching a video of an infant like as far as 20 years ago, so he's been into it for a while. And but yeah, no, his wife heard the conversation and just told him to shut up and get inside.
and now she's sticking with him and defending him.
So that's
absolutely.
I saw you had a live. I think you were live earlier today talking about getting sued. Is that what that's about?
Yeah, we potentially might get sued. I think it's total BS. I don't think they're going to go forward with it, because I called the lawyer on the phone today and I was like, I'm willing to take down this video, but can you show me where the defamation was? You got any timestamps? Because I just rewatched it and I didn't find anything. Yeah. And the lawyer's like, oh, yeah, I'll have to check my files for it. I'll have it to you by Monday. And you know, that's code word for me is like he didn't fucking watch the video. He just wrote some stupid letter for a couple $100, and he's gonna probably
Yep.
watch the video and understand that that nothing's gonna happen.
Well, the good news for him is he still gets his couple $100, right? Like, he
Yeah,
already
I mean,
sold
as
his
long as
time.
he gives me my cut of it, I mean, shit.
Have you been to court a lot for things like this?
Yeah, well, we have been to court a lot because we do so many of them, but the rate that we go to court is pretty low because so many of these pedos take plea deals. Like they waive their preliminary hearing. They just take the plea deal because the prosecutors just offer some soft ass shit. Oh, here's probation. Here's a couple of years. And they're like, all right, well, it's all on camera anyway. It's all on my phone, whatever. I'm just going to take it. So very rarely do I have to go testify.
Okay.
Well, even the opposite of like people suing you.
Yeah.
I mean, this can't be the first time you've been sued.
Well, I've never actually been sued. I've had a lot of cease and desist letters, like probably like 10 throughout the 5 years, but nothing has come to fruition. I only took down 2 videos when I was 19 because, you know, the letters came to my parents' house. My mom started crying, and you know, I was like, "Oh God, I'm gonna get in trouble for this." So I took the videos down. But you know, if this was me now, I wouldn't have taken those videos.
Sure.
Down.
Well, that's learning and improving, and now you're more confident in what you're doing and knowing and getting him to say what you know needs to be said.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's definitely good insurance.
I'm guessing mom's pretty proud now.
Yeah. After 50,000 subs, she started asking for T-shirts. But before 50,000 subs, what are you doing? You're dropping out of college for this. You know.
She might have maybe thought it wasn't going to be successful, or you know, can't really make a living on it, is what I guess I would think.
Yeah. No, I just told my mom, like, Mom, there's so many ways to make money off human trafficking, whether you're trafficking the kids yourself or stopping them. You gotta understand, Mom. And I didn't actually tell her that, but
pick a side, Mom.
Yeah. But no, I mean, pretty much in early 2020, I was like, I'm taking this shit full time, and it's been a good decision so far.
Again, sadly, you have a recession-proof job, right? Like it's pedophiles aren't going anywhere, so you're no lack of work for you.
That's true.
Did things pick? I guess maybe I had a 2-part question. So did things pick up during COVID because people are stuck at home and looking? And then how were you able to get them out to meet up with you?
Had to wear a mask when you went to get them.
I didn't wear a fucking mask. But
you violated their rights?
Yes, sir.
Oh yes, but I just came with murderous intent.
Made up for it.
Yes, exactly. But no, during COVID, like that's when we started traveling the country nationwide. I mean, it was really that's when we started picking that up, and it was definitely an experience, just kind of seeing how different each state was, and just like I don't know, the roads were definitely empty.
Yeah.
So you got arrests in 46 states. Which states you got left to go?
Alaska, Rhode Island, South Dakota, and Montana. We do have 2 arrests in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, I did see it. I saw at least one of them. I do remember seeing an episode in Hawaii.
So we'll see. They're all tricky states, man. I mean, because Rhode Island, we barely get any hits from Rhode Island because Rhode Island. Montana, we've had 3 caches there. None of them have been arrested. 2 have been in Great Falls. Great Falls PD doesn't want to do shit. In Missoula, I don't know if we had enough on the guy. And South Dakota, we had 1 catch there. There was more than enough on him. They just didn't arrest him. And then Alaska, we just haven't been there yet. So
fuck. Do you contact the police before you come to the city and say this is what we're doing?
It depends on the jurisdiction. So when we go to Huntsville, Alabama, we have like 7 arrests in that city alone. We definitely give the detectives a heads up. But when we go to a new jurisdiction, the response is mostly just, oh, you shouldn't be doing this or whatever. But so we just kind of stopped doing that. We just kind of call the cops to the scene then. And so if we go back to a place, we'll definitely hit them up.
Yeah. I would imagine once you've worked with them a few times, they're probably better And is it? Do they feel like you're taking their job away or what? You know, like what? I don't get it.
Giving them paperwork.
Yeah.
No, very few cops actually think that. I mean, most of the cops we ran into have been awesome to us, and a lot of the detectives have been like, "Whoa, this is just all easy for me right here." So
I suppose it's the lawmakers
more
that you're dealing more with the bad lawmakers than bad police are. They're just doing what they're told, right? There's only so much they can do.
And doing their job.
Yeah.
Right. It's more of the district attorneys, good or bad.
Yeah.
So I think it's funny when you do include at the end of each video about police Presents. Explain that to me, and how did that start? Because you do a great job.
So YouTube has a thing where, as of August 29th, 2022, they have a thing where you have to show cops in the video if you're confronting a pedo. So that's fine. I mean, that's easy for me. But the only problem is they retroactively punished and took down channels that didn't have it before that date. And, you know, if I had just known that, I would, of course, have the cops in every video because we turn in all these people.
Yeah.
But so, for example, I mean, Jeffrey Waninger in Iowa, he's serving 35 years right now for molesting his stepdaughter. And the reason that is happened because he admitted to us he molested his stepdaughter. Then she made a report about it, and they went to go arrest him for that. But that video has no cops in it because the cops didn't want to come to the scene. They said just turn it in down the street. We just didn't film us turning it in, but he's sitting in prison. But of course, YouTube doesn't take that into account, so it kind of sucks. So we definitely exaggerate the police presence. And when there are videos where the cops don't want to show up and we don't get them on camera too much, we have with the Wichita Falls footage is what we call it. We just have us in the police station in Wichita Falls. So you can see me like completely shaved and 50 pounds heavier, but then it just jumps to a scene from 2022 where I'm just turning some shit in.
You got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do what you got to do.
Those are the funniest. Those are the best. But and again, we've said it before. We're not making light of it. We're of the subject matter, but you do seem to because you're a great sense of humor.
Yeah, you just got to joke about everything. I mean, you think when the cameras, you don't think when the cameras turn off, we definitely joke about a shit ton of stuff, you know. So
yeah, just like everybody else. As soon as the camera, of course.
Done. Speaking of cameras, so you have a good cameraman. Has he been with you from the start?
Yeah. So my 3 camera guys, three of us travel at a time. So one of them stays home on each trip, but kind of rotates. So I'm like kind of LeBron, who's kind of in the whole game, and the rest of them are like, I don't know, Ilgauskas or whatever from the Cavaliers. I fucking forgot his name. You know, just that supporting cast. And yeah, so one of them is the camera guy with a good camera, the shit we post on YouTube. The other one live streams and calls the cops. So, but yeah, they've been with the whole time. I went to high school with them. They're my best friends from high school, and they're with us now. So,
oh, that's awesome.
It is. That's what I was going to ask. It's like, how did you run into him, or how did you get them to feel the passion that you had? But you've been buddies since, so okay,
absolutely.
Well, that's so cool.
Yeah. Well, we said, and we talked to Courtney about this too. If you're ever in Wisconsin, you ever need somebody to ride along, we sign us up. We'll definitely come along for the ride because
where in Wisconsin are y'all?
We're in Neenah, the Fox Valley area. So it's like we're like an hour north of Milwaukee.
Okay.
And yeah, half hour from Green Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't Green Bay the Fox Valley?
No. Fox Valley is like from
Appleton, Neenah, Menasha.
Yeah, really that area.
Okay, I know where Appleton is. All right.
Okay, yeah. So we're right there. Any of that areas, but we would travel. We would help any way we can help. Yeah. If you're in the state, we'll definitely do everything we can to help you out.
All right, yeah, I'll let y'all know for sure.
I appreciate that.
I have a philosophical question to ask, and it's obviously not like I think you're doing a bad thing, but do you ever worry that you're giving the playbook to the pedophiles to how not to get caught? You know what I mean? By showing them how you catch them. Do you ever worry that like there's people watching going, oh, if I just don't do this and don't do this, I might be able to get away with this?
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword for sure, but you know, there's no perfect solution to anything. It's what the most optimal is. Like, you know, we had an elementary school teacher that we just caught. He hasn't been arrested yet, but the detective said they are going to arrest him. They just got to get our statements and all that stuff. We wanted to get him for he's been talking to us for over a year, and we're just thinking, oh, elementary school teacher, like we got to get him ASAP. But he was very careful. He was sexual in the chats, but he didn't cross that line quite yet. And we were thinking he would have child porn, but you know, I was telling my decoy, like, I don't want to risk anything. I want to make sure this guy gets arrested. And, you know, as we're making sure he says enough to get arrested, he's with kids every single day we're waiting. Yeah. And, you know, that's terrible. But, you know, it's do we just let him have this year with kids and then make sure he's never around them again? Or do we go get him, find out he has nothing, and he's around kids for the rest of his life, and he's just 10 times more careful next time? Right. So you got to kind of pick and choose. So it's kind of the same thing with this. Like, yeah, some pedos are definitely watching and know the playbook. But on the other hand, for maybe one pedo that watches and knows the playbook, 20 are now outed to their communities and are getting arrested. So it's a give and take.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to make sure that when I ask that question, I'm applauding what you're doing. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm just asking the devil's advocate question.
for sure.
You made me laugh. Now I forgot what I was going to say.
But
Oh, go ahead. It was there and gone again. I'm not even kidding.
all
No
right.
problem.
Well, I want to ask about, because Rumble is a great place, but Rumble seems to also be the place where you get the most disparaging comments and people talking about doing it for money and doing it for the clicks, and whereas the comments on YouTube seem to be generally positive.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, I guess Rumble, you got to take both sides of free speech, right? Like,
Oh yeah, no, we don't ban any comments at all
Yeah.
unless they're just doxing or something. But yeah, they say we do it for money. Of course we do. It's our fucking job. Who doesn't do their job for money? I mean,
right.
does that
Yep.
mean that I would take $1 million to not post a video? Absolutely not. I wouldn't take any amount of money to not post a video. But like, yeah, that we want to get paid for the work we do. Of course. I mean, we take 10,000-mile trips. Just this past month, from May 12th to June 1st, we drove over 10,000 miles, had 30 catches in 21 days across 14 states. We went all the way from Houston to Florida to Maine to Minnesota to Iowa, down back to Houston. So yeah, of course we want to
Holy shit.
It's your fucking job.
Yeah. So
whoever bitching at you, they want to get paid for their job. So fuck them.
Oh, 100%. Like, I want to do like a parody video where I go up to the McDonald's cashier and I'm like, Shaquisha, do you fucking want to do you want to end world hunger, or do you want to get fucking paid? Which one is it? And that's what she says.
Right. Yeah. There's always going to be, I mean, you're right. There's nothing, you can't win, right? You're always going to have it, but
do you ever respond and just kind of mess with them? People that are giving you bogus comments?
Sometimes, like yeah, if we post, we usually post like 5 videos a week, full length catches completely for free, and then we post one preview where it says, hey, if you want to see it early, go join our local so you can support what we do, getting arrested in 46 states. Yeah, it's pretty triggering when they watch those 5 videos for free, then they bitch about a preview. It's kind of bothersome. So yeah, I respond sometimes.
As you should.
Yeah.
Well, we don't get many comments, but I love the bad comments the most. Those are the most fun. So
dude, it's so much fun to have conflict, because would I rather have people arguing in the comments or people just saying Burr goes the wood chipper? I'd rather have people arguing in the comments, because Burr goes the wood chipper doesn't mean shit.
Right. Yeah.
It's fucking so fun.
So I remember what I was going to ask you is about, have you been on with the decoy and they're like, dude, I know you're a decoy, like call you out or call your decoy out while you're trying to do it?
Yeah, there's been a few of that, and my decoys are so damn good at what they do. Props to them. They make me look good, but it's really them that are the ones that set it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they freaking were able to convince them they weren't decoys. But on the other hand, there's a lot of pedos that block too, so maybe they get the idea.
Sure. And at least 75% of the people you catch are like, I knew it was a decoy. And you're like, why the fuck are you here?
Yeah, exactly. They're so dumb. I try to break them out of that though, or in some states where they can't prosecute for the chats, I kind of brush over the decoy shit and really try to aim for the CP.
Yeah, that's hard too. And
you go in it, because I've seen it where you kind of like connect with them, and what I mean by that is one dude you're talking about football, and he was an athletic, and you mentioned your football days. So you look for a way to connect with them to make them feel comfortable right away, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody prefers to be around someone that they think is like them. I mean, so if they played football and they see me as a football player, or if they're from West Virginia and I tell them, oh, my parents were in the coal mines, they think there's some intrinsic connection there that is just human nature to think, oh, okay, this guy's one of me, so I'll be good with him. Versus, if I'm just like, oh, you played football? That's funny. I play soccer and basketball, and I hate football. That wouldn't really help too much.
Yeah, that's a good. Do you truly have family in like all 50 states? Because it seems like it's.
Yeah, absolutely. My dad was a total pimp. He totally isn't some nerdy software dude who's been with the same woman his whole life.
Yeah.
It's just great. You're always like, oh, I got family there. I got.
Yeah,
Well-
and the cool part is, like, we've been to 49 states, so I know all the highways and I know pretty much all the cities, so I can just convincingly say, like, I don't know a lot about any one place, but I know a little bit about pretty much every place, so I could just say, wow, a little bullshit can go a long way. So.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and you throw in the fist bump that I think throws them off, but then they do it, like, you're here to bust me, but I'll fist bump you,
Yeah. It's just small little things like, that a detective in Mississippi taught me the fist bump thing. Like, he didn't teach me the fist bump, but he taught me the thank you for your honesty line.
Yeah.
And because they're so full of shit and they always want approval from everybody because they're so egotistical. So when I'm approving of them, they're like, "Oh, this guy likes me. I'm gonna keep doing shit to make him happy," which is telling the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Your best line, yeah, I wouldn't be here if you weren't a good dude.
Right. Yeah, it's utter bullshit.
I know
Love
I'm
it.
not gonna lie. There are times that I'm watching your videos that I'm like, I think he actually might like that. Like, he's not as big, like, and then I'm like, okay, no, it's
no.
Oh yeah, no, there is definitely a few where the Preds genuinely make me laugh, and I feel a connection with them because I forget about the pedophilia, but I know damn well it's always in the back of my mind, like, why I'm making that connection with them.
Yeah.
But the more authentic it is, the more they're gonna spill.
absolutely, for sure.
So what do you see? I mean, you're growing, right? Do you want bigger crowds, or not crowds? A bigger company, bigger crew that you can do more things, expand more out, or what's your next step?
Yeah. So we have PP Agent Orange now. I don't know if y'all know who he is. He's come on a few catches with us. He's been following the channel for a while. He's given me some awesome tips because his background is in police work stuff.
Okay.
So he started to do this on his own now. So I got him 2 decoys. Well, basically the decoys are for everybody, but the more decoys, the more bait in his area, North Carolina. And he's done 4 catches so far. He's about to do another one on Friday. So definitely want to get more people doing this under me. But I want to be very careful with that. I just don't want to give some idiot like a fucking guy who's molesting his daughter. I need somebody trustworthy to go do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to screw them up. That's the thing. Do you struggle with trust when you start to give that responsibility to someone? Like, this one's a little too important. I think I'm going to do this one myself.
With him, no, I don't struggle with trust,
Yeah.
but I definitely would if if I was all the people that hit me up saying I want to get started doing this, I want to do this, I would definitely struggle with that with them.
Yeah, for sure. Where did the name Gordon Flowers come from?
In 2018, I was prank calling people just for the hell of it, and I just put in random name generator, and that came up.
Okay. we Googled before, and there's some attorney, and I'm like, named Gordon Flowers. I'm like, maybe this guy was like a pedophile that was like his first catch or something.
No, just totally random name.
It's a good thing I didn't run with that.
Sorry, attorney Gordon Flowers.
Yeah,
we're not accusing you of
defaming an
anything.
attorney would be a really smart move.
Oh,
He said it.
Yeah.
Defamation.
This is a company. Remember, LLC. We're an LLC. You're getting sued too.
Good.
That's all right. Well, I hope it grows. That'd be awesome. But again, would you put them through? Obviously, you have to put them some sort of background checks and things like that, correct? Or to be able to work with you.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, in Agent Orange's case, he trained me on a lot of stuff, so I didn't have to really worry about that too much. I knew exactly who he was, and I know what he does for work. And he can't have a criminal record to do what he does for work. So, with him it's easy. But if I do want to expand to more people, it would have to be a background check. But I'm also thinking like it would have to be people I know in person too.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you worry like when you got started that people would find you? Is that why you went with Gordon Flowers? I mean, I know your name is out there now.
Yeah.
But did you worry at the beginning that people would be able to track you down or?
No, 19-year-old me didn't really have too much forward thinking at all. So, I mean, I didn't really worry about that, but I should have though.
Well, yeah.
Probably helped you go faster without giving a word, and that no worries. Just keep going forward.
Oh yeah, no, there was nothing that was going to tell me no back then. So,
what do you do to decompress from all of this?
Well, I mean, I'm home like maybe half to a little bit under half the month, and I don't know. I mean, I hang out with my brother and stuff, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, to me, like to me, the decompression is doing the pedo catches. Like it's more of me decompressing from not doing pedo catches. So
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I love doing. Yeah, I'm addicted to this. It's like my strange addiction. So
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we definitely don't want you to burn out, from
yeah,
it.
true,
So
true.
Well, it is, it is one of the sad parts of all of it is how many videos you're able to put out. Because you're right, you're putting out 5 videos a week most weeks, and it's insane to me that you can just keep going and keep going. I'm like, I feel like, I'm never going to be able to catch up because you got such a backlog and you put them out so quickly that I'm like never going to be able to catch up. And that's just a sad, sad thing.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, and there's no sign that it's slowing down.
Yeah.
well, that's true. So, but you got to give a shout out to your team, right? I mean, they're the ones that make it happen. They're the ones that help you make it happen, I should say. And do you edit? Do you edit your videos, or do you have someone else do that?
Nope, we have shit. Kurt, Jill, Matt, Michael.
Wow.
We have so 2 of my camera guys kind of help edit, but so that's a total of 6 editors we have, and so we have 30 catches from the trip. I'm like, all right, I delegate them all out, and then within a week they're all done and edited. So,
Well, shout out to your team, man.
Oh, yeah,
I'd love to give them
no.
kudos. That's for sure.
dude, like I said, they make me look so good when it's them doing all the work. So, God bless them.
Does do any of them say, "Hey, this one I want to take the lead," or anything like that?
Oh, no, definitely not. Definitely not.
No.
I mean, on some though, when we have a couple or something, there was one where I had one of my guys, Pablo, interview the person I wasn't interviewing. We're gonna try to split the couples up, But I mean, they've seen me do it for so long that they kind of have the ropes a little bit. Like I'm not too worried about them doing it.
Sure.
I'm not worried, but like, hey, I wanna bait this guy, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I would do that.
I know it's a weird question, but do you have a favorite catch?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Kevin Cook in Iowa. If you just want to find that video, it's on Rumble. Predator Poachers Jewel, Jewell. Yeah, he was actively molesting his own 6-year-old daughter, and the way we found him is, one of my decoys was just kind of on Facebook trolling a group, and we were trying to see because we were on a binge for like CP groups of just numbers attached to those. So we tried to run Kevin Cook's number. We couldn't find him on any of these CP apps. And the reason why we tried to find his number is because he was on like some raunchy Facebook group, like, little kids in bikinis or whatever. And it was a picture of him and his daughter together.
Oh.
And we're like,
that's a group on Facebook.
that wasn't the group name, but that's what they were posting in the group. Like,
Okay. Sorry, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
You made me sick for a minute.
No worries. And yeah, so my deacon was like, hey, do you just want me to message him? And I'm like, yeah, fucking just message him, see what's up. So we have the pedo decoy account. We messaged Kevin first, and we're like, hey, did you find any groups on like Signal or any of these other apps? And Kevin's like, no. And he's like, hey, by the way, do you live near Iowa? And we're like, oh yeah, absolutely. And he's like, you should come over and play with my daughter and this and that. And he invites us over he invites us over to come Sunday of that week, and we show up on Friday before his daughter gets home from her mom's. And I knock on his door. I'm like, Kev, we got to talk about what was said online. And he starts breaking down, and he collects himself and he tries to say like, oh well, I was doing what you guys are doing. And I poke holes in his story. I'm like, okay, so did you notify the cops? And he's like, well, I was going to do that tomorrow. But he's like, his whole story was, I'm never alone with my daughter. So I start asking about his baby mama schedule, his current wife's schedule, his schedule, everybody's schedule, who picks who up from this spot. Like, I was just on my game that day. And basically it lined up after all the shit he said to where he would be alone with her on Sunday for 4 hours. And I called him out on that. And then he ends up confessing to taking pictures of his daughter naked and to molesting her in the end.
Yeah.
Well, that's you, man. Kudos to you for pulling that out of him.
Yeah.
To put
We
him
tried.
away.
It was definitely an emotional one for sure.
Yeah. And I guess that's when I talk about decompression is having to deal with that and is there a way to, I mean, I don't know if you drink, if you know what I mean? Like you're
hooch it up.
No smoking, no drinking, no nothing. Just eating. Eat a lot of eating. Too much fucking eating.
What's your go-to food, man? Let's give a little bit about you. Let's get a little about you. What's your go-to food? What do you love?
Well, my
Texas
favorite
Roadhouse.
food. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh yeah, I'm Texas Roadhouse out, man. My favorite food is steak from Leona General Store in Texas.
Mm.
Leona, Texas, 2 hours from here. Best steak you'll ever have. Decently priced too. Freaking people travel all over to have that steak. But on the road, our favorite restaurant to go to is NoHo's Hawaiian Food in Medford, Oregon. Just
Mm.
$20. Like it's like fucking Trump prices as to what that food is. $20 for a big ass fucking plate of just grilled teriyaki chicken and steak. And like it's just so fucking good. That's our favorite place to go to.
Cool. So there's one good thing about Oregon, huh?
Yeah, the
That's about
scenery,
it. No.
that food, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh,
Delish. What about what's we talked about, the low lights, right? They're not so
Uh-huh.
smart. What's the big, without saying anything, the biggest profession that you busted someone at, like a lawyer, a doctor, or
oh.
any cops or anything like that? And we love cops, and don't get me wrong, I
Yeah,
support
yeah,
them, but there's bad in every group.
Yeah, of course.
But what's the
absolutely.
biggest high profile? That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, well, on this trip, we had an elementary school teacher whose thing was garbage disposals that we got. Um, the highest income I've heard from somebody is 250K, and that was in March of this year. A guy named Eric Grow. He thought he was messaging the pedo dad account. So I walked in. We had a live decoy. I was the live decoy pedo with my decoy daughter. One of our decoys was with me, and the wife, who was just a subscriber of the channel, came through in the clutch for us. And on the hidden camera, he admits to molesting his own daughter, and to we were like on hidden cam with him for 15 minutes, and basically when I dropped the ball on him, when I was like, "Yeah, so are you going to show my kid the videos that you said you were going to show?" So he gets his phone, he's about to pull up the child porn. I'm like, "Yeah, man, can I see that phone?" And he gives it to me. I put the phone down. I'm like, "All right, Eric, we got to talk about what's going on." And I sent everybody else out of the room, and the camera guys come in the room, and he has trial coming up sometime this summer, I believe.
Good.
Well, good for you.
So where is you mentioned you're getting ready for a trip. Where you headed? Where are you headed?
Well, it was supposed to be a Midwest trip, but
Ah,
this lady in fucking May, or this lady in North Carolina, hit me up saying that her daughter, her 8-year-old daughter, is getting preyed on by a bunch of people in Roblox. So one of the numbers was from Maine, and it comes back to a lady, and I got to figure out who this is because even the voicemail is this lady's name. So I'm kind of tripping out right now because the pictures the daughter's getting are penis pictures. So I'm like pretty confused about all this. We'll figure it out, I hope.
Yeah.
But then another number is a sex offender in Las Vegas that's messaging this 8-year-old kid. So we're not going to get him this trip. I just told her we'll get him in July. And of course, the local PD is not doing anything about any of this when she tried to call. And so I told her I'll just be in Maine in a week and a half. Like I was supposed to go to Maine, but we're going to go to Maine, and we're going to try to get this bitch. And then we're going to hightail our asses, a bunch of states all the way to Minnesota, down to Arkansas, then back to Houston.
we mentioned before. So, how many convictions in Los Angeles or in California? Because they seem to loosen the grips by having the whole, the minor attracted people are now
Yeah,
accepted. So, did you find it hard to bust people there?
Well, California is kind of a mixed bag. Like some places are like, we'll just do it on the spot. Like some places in California are better than a lot of other places in the country, but it really just depends on the city and the county.
Okay.
But I would say convictions in California, I think 2 or 3 right now or something. So
Okay.
So you don't find any, I guess there's any resistance to doing it because of these new, not laws, but new
Yeah.
terms or whatever the fuck they call them now, but maps, minor.
well,
That's
not quite yet. Not for that reason, but the big blue cities are definitely hard. Like we have a pedo in Austin, Texas. We're talking to. Austin PD doesn't show up to shit, and it doesn't seem like he's going to travel out of Austin to do anything. So it's kind of a shit show, man. Because we had a guy in Austin in April of last year that admitted to possessing a lot of child porn, and the cops took hours and hours to even take a report to the PD. So I mean, and
Jesus
of course, we
Christ.
haven't heard anything. We haven't heard anything back, so it kind of sucks.
frustrating.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
true.
so frustrating. Huh.
It's deep.
So it's
It's draining. I can't applaud you enough you keep going because even just this hour of us talking is a little bit draining.
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand. It's definitely hard to talk about, but I feel like I'm the right person for the job for this because I enjoy the mental chess game I play with these fuckers, and I don't know, it's fun. It's fun to me, but I understand what it is, and when I actually think about what it is, it definitely does get draining sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I will agree with you 100%. You are the right person for this because of your demeanor and just drive to catch them. And I mentioned it before, and I'll mention it again. Anything, when you're around this area that we could do to help you, we are both in. 100%.
For sure. I appreciate you.
What is the best way for people to help you?
Well, those watching or who are going to watch, just go to rumble.com, type in Predator Poachers, PREDATOR space POACHERS. Just make a free account on there, follow us on there, and if you wish to contribute financially, I'll tell you how on Rumble, but just follow us on there.
Yeah, definitely do it. Whatever you can to help, because obviously it's
worth it.
Very needed. So we definitely appreciate you taking some time out of your busy schedule to hang out for a little while and educate
Us and everybody else.
People who watch this, because we any little bit we can do to help is.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all so much. And again, sorry I was late. I was making the schedule for this next trip coming up. So
no problem.
Yeah, no worries.
No worries whatsoever.
Yeah. So enjoy that. Well, have a good trip. I don't know what to say.
I'll try to enjoy it for sure.
Yeah.
Have a safe trip.
Have a safe trip. Yeah.
Yes, I'll definitely try to do that.
Enjoyable and
catch some bad guys.
Will do. Thank y'all so much.
All right. Thanks, Alex. Have a good one.
yeah, thank you so much.
Bye.
Wow. What a great guy. What a great guy. God damn it.
Can't believe you cried in front of him.
Fuck off.
Thank you for listening. The tavern is closed for now, but we'd love to have you back for more fun next time. Seriously though, get your asses out of here.